Good afternoon. Cordial greeting. My name is Marley Alvarez from the English degree program. Today I am going to give my opinion on the subject deal with by Donald Trump and Hillary Clinton. With start Trump and Hillary. The National Rifle Association NRA and the gun run out in United States. Gun control it is a fight that been going on for a long time and it will probably go on forever with the anti-gun people against the pro-gun people. Has always the Second Amendment to the Constitution always resurfaces in the foreground of electoral debates in time of presidential election. This time it was the turn of presidential candidate Donald Trump and Hillary Clinton. In the debate, we can observe the difference in the manner or regulation of the art between both candidates. I do not agree with the point of the candidate of the Republican Party because of the fact that it is constitutional right that cannot be regulated and appear that the people can possess and bear arms, assuming that no governmental body can prohibit the possession of weapons in United States. Not to mention that the Republican candidate was the backing of the National Rifle Association NRA, the largest lobby in defense of gun ownership. For her part, to the Democratic candidate, Hillary Clinton brought with tradition and is open in her campaign to regulate to the possession of weapons to increase security and increase guarantees that they are not used by terrorists. Suspend and has insisted to avoid accidents perpetrated by minors. Agree with the former Secretary of State to Strauss. Regulation as that increase the control of the weapon without limiting the right to use it. This is what the Second Amendment on the Constitution of the United States says. According to our ordered military Beijing necessary for the security of a free state, the right of the people to own the bear arms will not be infringed. But from my opinion and considering the bibliography consulted with out my two interpretations to this little phrase, they refer to the right of the people to own and bear arms, and which interpreted has a constitutional right of all has criticized. This interpretation is the one defense by the Republican candidate Donald Trump, assuming as mentioned of that no governmental body can prohibit the possession of weapons in the United States. I consider that this interpretation is very strict, in that many Americans are having access to weapons in a very hasty way. This interpretation is really very close uniformly until now. It was the most defended by all the candidates for the presidency of the United States. Many Christian citizens and of course by the National Rifle Association NRA. The second interpretation and defended by the Democratic candidate Hillary Clinton focused on the first part of the constitutional text which mentioned a well-ordered military Beijing necessary. From my opinion, I consider that the part of the armament contextualize has to the time. I wish this armament was created in for awards. It is related to the situation that was being lived and the time of the creation of the armament with Bright has to as the time the United States was experiencing a situation of economic instability and stress for territory in the absence of a legal framework. That is what the second amendment provided citizens with the power to defend themselves. The democratic law recognizes the purpose and assures that this is a condition of everything that follows, that is, that such right to bear arms is recognized in the historical context in which the second amendment was signed. With this, I can feel that the United States legislature does have the power to limit and approve competence laws or statutes that make a difference between the idea of staying a weapon to defend myself and my family. I defend the state due that the armament is only accept the individual rights of America and in my opinion both Congress and federal, state and local authorities can regulate the possession of weapons without violating the constitutional rights of America. The social situation from 2020 was changed in the United States. The reaction and objective on the Third Amendment was created in a time and political situation more than 2 centuries ago, completely different from the current one. I consider that the point where it's not eliminated the sale of weapons was to regulate the sale where the physical and mental capacity of the person on the rest by the competent doctor reassessed every 5 years. Unless and if you are not a military or a police officer. The rest of the population should be prohibited the sale of weapons of war assaults. I do not think it is logical to have a granted or based or a wartime as very rich citizens of the United States do under the idea of defending their home or in the worst case, violent victims. Adults with mental disorder, racists, xenophobes have weapons under their power. Thank you.